Welcome to Passion for the Pastime, where baseball lives 24/7, 365. Catch conversations with beat writers, broadcasters, current and former players of all levels. Now here's your host,
Walter Ika Balsetta. Whoops, I fumbled. I got to get out of here.
Walter Ika Balsetta.
Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Passion for the Pastime here on February 12th after the Super Bowl. We'll get into that a little bit if you guys want to, but oh man, the only reason to get into the Super Bowl and how it ended, we all loved it. I was watching it north of the border. We'll get into that. But after the Super Bowl, what does that mean? It is baseball season. So what's up, everybody? Welcome in to Passion for the Pastime. It has been it's been a while since I last spoke with you guys. Wow, my mic almost came undone. It's been a while since I talked to you guys last. I think it's been about a week, and just things happen, and you got to adjust. You got to adjust in life. But I'm glad to be back right now, just to be talking some Giants baseball with you, talking some spring training baseball, because we are getting closer. We are getting closer. All these teams are reporting to camp. I think everyone has reported up to this point, pitchers and catchers rather. And the Giants, they reported yesterday on February 11th. So we'll get into that and the first day, I guess, first day report from Arizona, from Scottsdale, for the Giants pitchers and catchers reporting. We have a Verlander sighting. We know what number he's going to be wearing. We'll get into that as well. But a lot to dive into. This is kind of the start off point of the spring, right? We're getting ready for the start of spring training, which is I believe it's next Friday, right? Is next Friday the first games. I don't have the calendar up in front of me. I should probably do that. My mistake on that, but. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome into Passion for the Pastime. Again, my name is Walter Balsetta, and I know it's been a couple of weeks, or not a couple of weeks. It's been a good long portion since we last did a podcast. I honestly can't even remember the last time that we did it. I know we had the car get bipped, and we came back to that, and life goes on, but then. In between all that, I went up to Canada. I went. I saw Mike Val chiming in on the YouTube chat. As well. Yeah, I was trying to get the negotiation done for Vlad Jr. I was trying to get him signed to the Toronto Blue Jays, that extension. No, I'm just kidding. I went up to go see family. I do have family up in Canada. I know Tacky is thrilled to know that part of my life, and I don't know if we're friends anymore. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I missed you guys. It's been a while since we last did a podcast. Again, I don't remember exactly the last date that we did. If I went onto my YouTube, it would say it then and there. I want to say it was like last Wednesday, maybe. Was the last one that I did. But so glad to be back. So glad to be doing these shows here going into spring training, because as I mentioned, the Giants have reported, pitchers and catchers have reported yesterday, and the first team workouts are going to be on the 17th. So things are going to start ramping up shortly, and then first spring training game is later next week as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun to get into the season and start actually talking about some big storylines going into spring training and the developments of all these young guys, because that's really what we're looking at. That's what we're gearing towards with the Giants in going into 2025, because this is a youth movement. I mean, this is a time for the Giants to really evaluate, to take a really good look at where their farm system is, and we all kind of know where it is, but to see what they have of value, I think that's the big takeaway, I guess you can get going into spring training and what 2025 is potentially going to be. So we'll get into that. We talked about some of these young pitchers that are going to have an opportunity. We have a little bit of clarity as to what the pecking order, I guess, for the Giants rotation is. as Kyle Harrison and Hayden Birdsong are going to be fighting it out for that number 5 spot. So that means everybody's favorite pitcher, not Hayden Birdsong, Jordan Hicks, has that number 4 spot on lockdown. He gained a little bit of weight. I believe he put on 17 pounds of weight to outlast himself into the long haul of 162. So kudos to him. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see that full adjustment, because now we've heard it from Buster Posey, we've heard it from Bob Melvin, we've heard it from Jordan Hicks himself. He's excited to get out there to compete, but the training wheels are off. You know, there's not going to be innings limit. There's not going to be, the babysitting of him turning into and maturating into a starter. He's going to be out there. He's going to go out there and pitch every fifth day at least until his arm says otherwise. So it's going to be really interesting to follow that along. But the final spot of the rotation, because you look at Logan Webb, you look at Robbie Ray, you look at Justin Verlander, who, again, he was out there throwing today. We'll talk about that and how he looked. Giants are really thrilled with how he was looking today. But you got Justin Verlander out there, and then you have Jordan Hicks. That's your 1 through 4. And then number 5 is up for grabs. It's literally Kyle Harrison. It is Hayden Birdsong. I think those are the front runners, right? And it's just going to be really interesting to see what ends up happening. I mean, you figure that the rotation is going to be an ever evolving thing through 162, and we all know that 5-man rotations are kind of a thing of the past, right? You want to have 6 to 8 guys that can go out there and pitch, and that also factors into how you construct your bullpen. Like, is Hayden Birdsong going to be on the opening day roster, or is he going to go down to Sacramento? I would assume that you'd have a lot more value of Hayden Birdsong as a starter, but if you want to have him on the roster and be kind of that long relief guy, and if like Jordan Hicks gets blown up, early in a start, you can go to Hayden Birdsong and get you some length out of that, because you don't really have that in this Giants bullpen other than Sean Jelly. Just to go off the dome right now, but it's going to be really interesting, the roster construction. I mean, looking at the bullpen, there's about 3 spots I think that are up for grabs, and we'll talk about the non-roster invitees and who could potentially get some of those spots. But we'll look at the Giants as they're going into spring training with pretty much their roster set. I mean, their offense is pretty much the same thing that we got from a year ago, plus Willy Adames, right? The non-roster invitees was also really interesting to see what happened in the outfield realm, because there aren't outfielders. They didn't bring any outfielders to camp, so that means a lot of positive news for Luis Matos, for Grant McCray, and Marco Luciano. He factors in to that as well. So it's going to be a really fun spring as we get ready, as we get going into spring training. And the first game is the 22nd, not next Friday. It's next Saturday against the Texas Rangers. I believe that game is going to be broadcasted on KMBR with John Miller and Dwayne Kuiper on the call. So that's going to be a lot of fun just to hear those guys getting back at it with the Texas Rangers on the road. The Giants are in that one, and then they have their first game at Scottsdale on the 23rd and 24th. They have a split squad game against the Rockies and the Angels. Rockies at Scottsdale Stadium. So what's up, everybody? Welcome on in. If this is your first time to the podcast, I welcome you in. This is Passion for the Pastime. My name is Walter Cabriceta. I currently work at KMBR, and baseball season is right around the corner. I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I am really, this time of year, regardless of how good you feel about your team, it's just fun to start seeing the guys like on the field and throwing the ball and taking some BP in the batting cage. Like it gets you excited about the long haul of the season, because you don't really realize how much you miss it until it's really gone and there's like nothing going on, which is the month of February, right? This build up to spring training. But I mean, even during December, man, like when we were getting into winter meetings and we started this podcast on YouTube, you missed the game of baseball, and it's coming back at a rapid pace. I mean, we're almost I mean, what, my math correctly, we're like 10 days away from the first games for the Giants in Arizona. So it's going to be a lot of fun to follow along with that. But we'll get into all the storylines and everything like that. But what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. It's been a while. I have missed you guys. The cruise line is open. Go ahead and give us a call at 925-392-5348. That is 925 Babe Ruth, year I was born, Melky Cabrera, Pablo Sandoval. We all know the number, so go ahead and give us a call. Give me a call if you guys want to chime in on the conversation. I know Mike Val is going to want to chime in on the conversation as soon as he can. But first, we have the namesake of the phone line. It is AJ Cruz. What's up, AJ? How you doing, man? Welcome to the podcast.
Oh shit, Walt, man, you're back, dude.
I'm back.
Hey,
I'm back from the dead. Hell yeah, baby.
Man, hey, dude, no, seriously, there was like a bunch of rumors flying around that you had been like, you've been deported, that you like, you switched sides, that Trump ran you off, that you like they were calling you like Saskatchewan Walt and Vancouver Walt, and and pretty nasty there.
Oh yeah, man. No, I heard all the nicknames that Copes and Derek were giving me, I guess yesterday. I don't know. Rockin came in here. I saw him his first comment. He said Winnipeg Walter, or is it Walt Coover? I like Walt Coover. Walt Coover sounds pretty good.
Oh, they were calling you Walter the Quebec Seta and stuff, man. It got pretty nasty there, dude.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah,
that's a good. No, yeah,
dude.
man. I'm glad to be back. It's been a while, but no, I did not run into any issues at the border. We're good to go. We're just hanging out with the fam. It was a lot of fun, man. I was able to go out there and see, because I don't get to see my family too often up there, so it was a lot of fun. But I did miss the podcast. And by the way, shout out to my family. I think my family might be watching in Canada. Shout out to my family
right.
in Surrey and in Vancouver and everywhere in BC, wherever they may reside. I don't know all the cities that they live in, but shout out to them. But what's up, AJ?
Okay.
How you been, bro?
Oh man, just been missing you, man. We were like, Walter's gone. We thought you were just gonna be gone for like a weekend. Hell, to do. What the hell's Walter? It's like, hey, I heard he got kidnapped. I was like, what the hell? He said he was going up north, and then like he was joining the Blue Jays now or something like that. So we were just concerned for a minute, and it just hasn't been the same. Derek dropping the cheese every other word. So it was kind of like, dude, we need somebody with some integrity here. We need somebody who cares about the Giants, and
yeah, man,
we ain't got nobody. So
Hey,
like Santana, we ain't got nobody that we can depend on. No tengo nadie, way. So,
well, I'm back now, brother. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. But I appreciate the love. I appreciate you guys setting out a search party for me. It looks like in the YouTube chat.
Well, we're gonna send out Tacky because he looks the most Canadian out of all of us.
He can blend in easily.
But he. Yeah, exactly. But the problem with Tacky, he can't keep his mouth shut, and he doesn't like Canadians, so he would have outed himself right away. So we couldn't send him.
What's funny?
Problem is,
I think I saw somebody. I saw somebody in Canada that looked like Tacky. A lot of them have that Tacky look. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, all long bearded and janky, and they smell like trees and shit. Yeah, they got maple syrup all dripping down their
oh yeah,
their front side. Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
We were gonna send him, but we were afraid he was gonna enjoy it too much. He wouldn't come back. So
yeah,
we thought maybe they would say like there was a Sasquatch sighting, and they wouldn't let him back. So Jack Tacky politely declined.
I gotta let you know. I saw Rockin' New Era's his message. I gotta let you know, I was not able to bring you back poutine. I actually didn't have any poutine when I was up there. But yeah,
man. Have you doing it wrong, bro?
Dude,
you're doing it wrong.
Have you had poutine? Like, have you ate that before?
I actually have. I went to visit Vancouver. Oh gosh, years ago. We took my mother. We went to what is that funky little park that's like just outside of the city limits. It's not big. Is it called Victoria Park or something Park?
It sounds right. Victoria Park, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Something like that. In a way, it kind of reminds you of oh gosh, why am I fumbling right now? there's like different sections of the park. Like one area they have like the totems, the native totems. Another part there's like a bike trail. Another part has like an aquarium, and another part has a bridge. So there's different little little areas in the park where you can park and do different things.
Okay.
And and in one area they had they had like a little cafe there. So we got some drinks and we ordered some poutine, and oh man, so good. Dude. I'm like, how come this isn't a thing in America? I mean, come on, man. You know, like fries, yeah, gravy, and some cheese curd. Well, it doesn't have to be cheese curd. It can be kind of whatever. But it's just like, dude, the gravy is a game changer, man.
I mean, you would have thought that poutine would have came from the States. I mean, all the stuff, all the crap that we put together, and all the crap that we eat in U.S.
Right.
You would have thought that was a U.S. thing, but yeah, no, the Canadians got something right. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I even had one with some shredded pork on it when I was up in Portland some years back. So I mean, it's making its way. It's making its way, but I'm surprised it's not a bigger. It will be a smash at the ballpark. I tell you right now, that would be a smash at the ballpark.
Oh yeah, dude, that would sell out. That would be a top seller. I mean, that might beat the new version of the garlic fries that they have at the ballpark now. I think the poutine would take over at Oracle.
Yeah, I think so. Well, anyway, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, man.
And what you call it? I'm supposed to get together with Rockin' this weekend because he has something for me. I got some orange sauce from San Jose for him, so I was going to do a handoff. But let's if we're in the area, maybe we can meet up at Del Cielo, the famous meetup that never happens because maybe it's always on the calendar written in pencil.
Yeah. No, dude, let me know. Let me know Del Cielo this weekend. I am available, so go ahead and let me know. Shoot me the details, and maybe I'll be there. You know.
All right.
No,
all right.
I'll be
what time Rockin's
if you guys do it, if you guys go, I'll be out there. I'll make an appearance.
Okay. All right. Let me check with Rocky. We'll get a time down. We'll present it to you, and you give us a maybe, and then you know what? Ride your scooter so this way you don't have to worry about your windows, right? Because if Rocky's going to be there, there's always a danger.
Oh, thank you, dude. No, I appreciate it.
All right, brother.
I'll be out there, man, and good to hear from you. It's a lot of fun to be back here. We got baseball right around the corner, dude. So we're gonna have to get out to some games. I know you don't go out to a lot of games, but we'll have to do that also when the season comes around.
Yeah, man. Well, I'll go out there. Yeah, hey, you know what? The Giants ballpark is freaking gorgeous. Why wouldn't you want to be out there, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
You just go out there, get the sun, get one of them like $100 crab sandwiches, and maybe we can talk the vendor. Hey man, why don't you put some gravy on this shit? You know, so we can do our own version of poutine. Maybe just sneak some cheese curds or maybe some cheeses inside and just kind of put it on top, and we'll just figure it out.
I wonder if we take in our own gravy, like would they heat it up for us and then we just pour it on some fries? You know what I mean? Like is that legal? Is that legal? Is that able to be done?
I don't know if it's legal. That's kind of janky. They're gonna charge you a corkage fee. You know that, right? So you always charge you a corkage fee.
All right. So we tailgate. We tailgate in lot A and we heat up the gravy before we go in, and then we get some fries and we pour it on there.
Whatever you do, don't let Tanky hold it, because if he does, somehow there'll be a hole in it, and it's just going to make a terrific mess. That guy. We don't want any of the turkey. We don't want any of Tanky's secret sauce or his extra seasoning. So
hell yeah,
we'll just
man.
leave it at that.
Well, AJ, I appreciate you calling in, man. Leave it to you to be the first caller on my return, but I appreciate it, man. I hope that we get more phone calls from you and from everybody else tonight, so we can continue to talk some Giants baseball and some poutine. We're gonna talk about the poutine leader here on Passion for the Pastime.
Poutine leader. That's right. That's our official snack of the show. Right on, Walter. Welcome back, brother. Talk to you later.
All right, man. Talk to you later. All right, that was AJ Cruz, the namesake of the phone line. If you guys want to get into the cruise line, go ahead and give us a call at 925-392-5348. Again, 925 Babe Ruth, the year I was born, Melky Cabrera, and Pablo Sandoval. What's up, everybody? Let me get on out to the chat, because I see Rockin' talking some S right now. Let's see what Walter ain't coming out, dude. I said I'm gonna come out, bro. You got to give me the opportunity. You got to give me the chance to prove to you that I am not a flaker. But what's up, Rockin'? Good to see you in here, man. I know you had the inaugural text message of the day or inaugural chat message of the day. But dude, appreciate you. Where is Tacky? Tell Tacky I miss him. It's been a while since I spoke to Tacky. Let's go back out to the YouTube chat. EB here. What's up, EB? Good to see you in here. As always, Walt snuck back in through the Gulf of Walter. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, the Gulf of Walter. Love that. But let's see what else we got going on here. Mike Val talking about poutine. Yeah, dude. Now, if you guys haven't tried poutine, it is really good. It is good. I remember the first time I was in Canada years ago. I was with my cousins and they put me onto that, and it was really good. It was really good. It was actually I was shocked at how good it was. So you guys got to try that out. It's pretty much oh God, they got a whole bunch of stuff in it. To be honest, I think you could put like bacon bits on it. It's there's gravy, there's fries. There might be some variation of cheese. I'm not entirely sure. It was a long time ago that I did have poutine. It was in my youth, right? It wouldn't it's gonna go all to my gut now if I have some poutine. I don't know if that's a good look, but we'll try it out. But let me know what you guys think about poutine. Yeah, what good names do you guys have for me for going to Canada? I like Walt's Coover. Walt's Coover's a good one. I give Rockin' credit on that one. That's a good one there. Mama J, welcome back to the podcast. Really appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, this is like a family reunion. I know it's only been like a week, but glad to see everybody in here and chiming in on the YouTube chat. Whoever else is in here, AJ Cruz, we just talked on the phone. Rockin' New Era, Montre Walt. Hell yeah, dude. Montre Walt. I like that. What AJ said on the phone though, that one was a good one. What was it? Equebaletta? Equebaletta or something like that. That's a good one. Quebec, right? I get the reference. All right, everybody. So welcome on back to the podcast. It's been a fun time. It's been a fun time. How long have we been going? We've been going 20 minutes. Been saying hi to everybody. Otis, what's up, dude? Good to see you in here. Love Otis being into the YouTube chat. What's up, Otis? Good to see you in here. Oh, that's what it is. Quebec Seta. I like that one. I like that one for sure. But all right, guys, it is that time of year, spring training. We did a Waltz whip around today on Papa and Silver. We do that every Wednesday. Waltz Wednesday whip around. It's a mouthful. I think we just got to call it Waltz whip around, and then we just do it whenever. It doesn't have to be Wednesday. I mean, it could be whatever day that they they want me to whip around. And so today we talked about a whole bunch of stuff. We talked about the Niners. We talked about the Warriors, of course, but you know me, I got to get, and pitchers and catchers reported yesterday, I had to get my baseball question in there. So I asked them, and them by being Greg Papa and Greg Silver, asked them who has the most pressure going into spring training, right? And the answers were really compelling, and I would love to throw that question out to you guys. Rockin', I like that one. Walter Toronto Celta. I like that. That's a good one. You guys are making me laugh. But I would like to throw this out to you guys because I love the answers that were given to me. I believe Greg Silver, he went with Camilo Doval, and Papa went with Tyler Fitzgerald. And I ultimately gave the point because if you guys haven't listened to the segment, it's essentially like a game show thing. And I'm the mediator, I'm the moderator or whatever. And I read the question. And they both have 2 minutes. We might change it up, but they essentially have an allotted amount of time to prove their case. It's like Around the Horn. Yes, that we established that from the beginning. We were making riffs when we first did it, and Papa was like, "Oh, it's like that janky show on TV." And then I was like, "Yes, that it's Around the Horn. It's essentially Around the Horn." But so I give a question, and it's not the funky scoring system of Around the Horn. Give a question. They have to convince me to give them a point. and I usually only award 1 point per round. Today, they both gave really compelling arguments towards the 49ers and how to replicate the Eagles' dismantling of the Chiefs, which, by the way, everybody loved that, right? Everybody loved that shit for Sunday. I was watching it in Canada, which, by the way, the broadcast. Sorry, I'm getting way off track, but really quickly, the broadcast, the logos with the KC and Philly. I I didn't know that was like a new logo because I was watching it in Canada and it was the first time I was watching the Super Bowl in Canada. So I was like, oh, wow, Canada has weird graphics. Like, I was like, what is going on? And then I started seeing the memes go around and the screenshots. I was like, oh, this is like an actual thing. Like, what the hell is what is going on with the I can make better graphics than that. I mean, if you guys want to get me a job at Fox for the Super Bowl, Jesus Christ, what was that about? Anyways, what were we talking about? I completely went off track. Anyways, the Giants. Sorry, the Giants and the biggest pressure going into the season, right? And again, Greg Silver went Camilo Doval, Papa went Tyler Fitzgerald, and again, the scoring system is they give me their argument and I award a point. In that conversation, I liked both of them. I could have very well have done a 1-for-1 again, but I didn't want to do that because I thought that was cheesy. The first time I did it, I didn't really like that I did it. So I awarded the point to Papa, right, for Tyler Fitzgerald, because we all know the role of Camilo Doval right now, or I guess we know what he's not going to be doing, and that was announced that Ryan Walker will be the closer going into 2025. Now, there's still a lot of pressure on Camilo Doval to perform, but I think there's a different variation of pressure in contrast to Tyler Fitzgerald, because if it's not Camilo Doval, you have a lot of arms in that bullpen that could rise to the occasion, right? And you can go further down into the farm system. We got a ton of pitchers that are more than capable of being in the bullpen. I don't know if they're capable of being high leverage, but I'm just saying, if you needed another arm to get outs, arms you can find. But for this Giants team, looking at Tyler Fitzgerald and looking at second base, particularly, because I didn't even really register. I thought Papa was going to go actually Kyle Harrison, which we'll get into a little bit later when we start talking about the position battle or the rotation battle for Kyle Harrison and Hayden Birdsong. But when you look to Tyler Fitzgerald, it's literally Tyler Fitzgerald or bust, in my opinion, because he had a great year last year. I mean, he was doing things like Papa reiterated earlier, was, he was doing things that hadn't been done since Barry Bonds and Willie Mays, like offensively, which was incredible stuff. Like, for him to be on a list with those guys in franchise history, that is just remarkable stuff. So you factor all that in, there's a lot of pressure coming in to this season because we saw him do it before. Can he replicate it again? But then also, there isn't a security blanket, and I feel like, I don't know if it's self-imposed pressure that he's feeling that he would feel the pressure, being that there isn't anyone behind him. Maybe it's a little bit of a sigh of relief because the Giants have essentially given the reins of second base to Tyler Fitzgerald. But if you look at it from an organizational standpoint, Tyler Fitzgerald or bust, that is what you have at second base, because what are the other options? You don't really have a lot of other options at second base. You have Brett Wisely, who is going to be competing for an infield spot. You also have Casey Schmidt, which, I mean, we know what his glove is, but his bat hasn't really done anything. So is that a route that you want to go, going into the year? If I guess the point is, there isn't a contingency plan for Tyler Fitzgerald, and I feel like that adds more pressure because he needs to perform for this team to be successful. So again, I would like to throw that question out to you guys. Who do you all think has the biggest pressure? Because there's a multitude of answers, multiple ways that you can go with this question. Because, I mean, do we want to go just chalk with Logan Webb, right? I mean, is it Logan Webb in that for a second consecutive year, or maybe even a third consecutive year, he needs to be the guy again. I mean, when Blake Snell was signed and he was brought in to kind of be that 1A and 1B with Logan Webb, but he came in late, and Blake Snell didn't really start to kick it into gear until like right after the All-Star break, or right before the All-Star break is when he started to get rolling. Logan Webb is the leader of this clubhouse. There's other leaders now that are present that weren't here in years prior. So that part of it is alleviating the pressure of Logan Webb. But when it comes to the performance of the starting rotation, and we saw it last year on that horrendous road trip that was, where was it? I believe it was Boston, and I forget the second city. Was it Boston and Houston? I can't remember the second city that I want to say it was Boston and Houston that he got smacked around in, but I might be mistaken. Let me know if you guys remember. Oh no, it was Boston and Philly, right? It was Boston and Philly that he got knocked around in, I believe. I'd have to go back and look at the schedule, but I want to say it was Boston and Philadelphia that Logan Webb got cracked around a little bit. But the problem with that is that if Logan Webb goes out there and he throws a bad game, right? If he gets lit up, then that sets your rotation back through a turn through the rotation. It sets you up poorly, especially if you're on the road, man. Like that hurt a lot for the Giants at that point in time. So there's that pressure of Logan Webb that he needs to be that stopper. He needs to be literally everything in his body. He needs to be that guy for the San Francisco Giants for another season. And I don't know how sustainable that is. You know what I mean? With Logan Webb. I mean, everybody was talking about their concerns with Corbin Burns, right? Everybody was talking about the concerns with him and his inning count. I mean, are we not looking at our own? Are we not looking at Logan Webb? Because everyone was kind of backing off of the thought of Corbin Burns signing him to like the long-term deal because of how much he's been used and people fear injury. I mean, do we not fear the same thing for Logan Webb because of how much he's gone out there and he's been a workhorse? I'm just saying, throwing that out there. But there's a lot of pressure on him. There's pressure on Elliot Ramos. There's pressure on literally anybody in this team. There's pressure on Willy Adames. I mean, he's the new guy. He's the new shiny toy. He is the expensive the expensive guy that got brought in this offseason, $182 million. And there is that expectation that he has to live up to that contract. So is that somebody that has the most pressure because he is brought in here to be the offensive catalyst for this team? Is it Jung-Hoo Lee, who, I mean, he came in last year, a really, really expensive buy for the Giants brass at that time. And you look at him and he goes into March or he goes into May and he dislocates his shoulder and he's out for the rest of the year. Now he has to come back and essentially redo his rookie year, but in year two, and there's other higher expectations. And then also, I mean, is he going to be the guy or is he going to be a guy? It's a very subtle difference, but is he the guy or is he a guy? Because if he's a complimentary player or if he's a superstar, that's something that the Giants are going to have to evaluate as well with Jung-Hoo Lee. I saw the Fangraphs projections, which we'll get into here and what you guys think about it. But just a lot of pressure on these young guys to perform. So I would love to see what you guys think on that question. So let me get back out to the YouTube chat because I just yapped for 10 minutes straight. Did my best Greg Papa impression. So let's get back out to the YouTube chat. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Passion for the Pastime. We are here and we are good to go. Let's see here. Mama J wants to know, not a sports question, but the kitten. No stink bombs. No, we are good to go. We actually changed the diet for anyone that cares. Obviously, Mama J does, and I appreciate you, Mama J. Missy, that's the name of our cat. She has been fine. We changed up her diet. For those of you that care, she has a sensitive stomach, as do I. You know, I can't eat too much cheese. Just saying. But she's good to go. We haven't had any stink bombs or anything like that. Not a lot of diarrhea. I think I told you guys about the diarrhea. That was bad last week. Or I think was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago, three weeks ago. I don't remember. But that was a stressful time, but she is good. Thank you for the question. I appreciate you checking in, Mama J. Let's go back out to the YouTube chat. Hayden Birdsong and Kyle Harrison do. That is going back to the question. I agree. We'll get into that shortly, Mike. And if you guys want to call in, remember, I saw Pat H said that he had some things that he wanted to talk about. Pat H, go ahead and give us a call, man. You know the number, 925-392-5348. Go ahead and give us a call. And I ask and I shall receive. Look at that. Just Pat H just on it immediately. I ask for Pat H to call, and he calls in. He doesn't hesitate. He's good to go. What's up, Pat H? Welcome to Passion for the Pastime, man. How you doing tonight?
What's going on, Walter?
What's up, dude? Should I call you by your other name, or should I just call you Pat?
It'd be a little confusing if there's two of us.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, everybody's like listening to like two of what? What are they talking about? What's up, Pat? How you doing?
What are they
tonight,
talking
man?
about?
Yeah, they have no idea. They have no
Good.
idea. Then they'll never know.
Dude, just getting settled after work. Yeah, just had a couple talking points tonight. First off, the most pressure, dude, it's got to be Elliot Ramos after making the All-Star team last year, and this team is really kind of short on the power front, dude.
Yeah.
And he had a great start last year, and he kind of tailed off. I really think that they're going to need him to approach 30 home runs. Was that asking too much?
Yeah, I mean, nobody's done it since Barry Lamar Bonds. You know what I mean? So that's a tall task. But if there is a guy, I mean, who would you have more confidence in doing that? Just to answer or answer a question with a question. Who would you have the most confidence in hitting 30 home runs? Is it Elliot Ramos or is it Willy Adames?
I mean, I would probably say Willy Adames just because of his durability factor too.
Now, is it possible? Is it possible that the Giants have? I mean, we're talking about this long drought since Barry Bonds last stepped foot with the San Francisco Giants. So, I mean, we're talking almost 2 decades, right? Is it possible that the Giants snap that streak with not one but 2 guys that hit 30?
I don't think so.
Am I being
I really
too optimistic?
don't.
Yeah, I'm being too optimistic.
Yeah, I don't see it, but I'm hoping for it. I'll be sitting out there. So Luciano's got one option left.
He does,
and I'm curious to see how they play it. I'm curious to see how they play it after the Bart fiasco last year. Was it? I think.
Yep.
So I'm just kind of curious how they play that whole situation with the one option. You don't want to have to DFA him like they did last year and up trading Pittsburgh for nothing, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely something to look at, Pat. I mean, we all remember how that went with Farhan and the Joey Bart. It was just a terrible management of their prospect, and I know it wasn't Farhan's pick, right? And I feel like that's why there was a little bit of negligence.
Yeah.
And I was glad that Joey Bart got the hell out of here because he wasn't going to have the opportunity with Farhan. It was from the moment that he was here, because obviously Joey Bart got drafted right before Farhan was named the I think at the time it was general manager, right? Wasn't he the GM? And then he got promoted to president of baseball operations like a couple years into it. I'm not entirely sure. I think that's how it went. But you look at Joey Bart wasn't a Farhan guy, right? And but then you still see Marco Luciano, I believe, was a Farhan guy as well, and you saw the mismanagement of the options. So I would hope that this new regime with Buster Posey, that they're more mindful of Marco Luciano. And from everything that I've heard from Buster Posey from the time that he was named the president of baseball ops to the present, I mean, he has pretty much gone out there and said that he wants Marco Luciano to go out there and be the type of player that he wants to be and the type of player that he knows that he can be. So I feel like they're trying to instill a lot of confidence in him. And I think that they still have faith in Marco Luciano. I mean, I know it didn't work out at shortstop, but if he can be a corner outfielder and eventually be like a DH type guy, because the Giants are going to go through like throw darts at a board and see who's DH in that day. That's just how they do it. Marco Luciano could potentially fall into that category of being a bat. I mean, we saw when he was up here, he was performing well. Not great, but he was performing well for a guy of his age with the bat. It was just the glove that was the problem. So they got to figure out where they can get him. So this spring might be a make or break for Marco Luciano based on now they have the restriction of the options, because if somebody goes down and you call up Marco Luciano, well then that's an option, and then now your options are I mean, no pun intended, your options are then limited if you wanted to give Marco Luciano a shot.
Yeah. I mean, I think I said it to you that day at Harmonic, but 0 career home runs in the majors.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. I could look how many at-bats he's got and stuff, but he may need a position change. We'll see where they're playing him in spring training. I'm fine giving Gerard Encarnacion the DH job pretty much to start the year. I really want to see what he can do. Just get him out there every day, get him regular bats. And, you need that kind of power, 6'4", 250. They don't have many guys like that. They got a lot of, average size guys. So, couple of overarching kind of baseball points too is most of Boris's guys signed, but Alex Bregman's still hanging out there. I don't really expect the Giants to sign him or anything. The Giants they pretty much made it clear that they're set on what their roster is going to be.
Yep.
But it seems like that they would have learned that from their mistake last year, of guys hanging out there during spring training. It's kind of odd, same thing kind of with Nolan Arenado still on the trade market. I don't think Boston's willing to give up Casas, which is smart. I wouldn't either for an aging Arenado. So, I don't know. It's just kind of weird that Bregman's still out there at this point.
Yeah, it's really weird when you look to Alex Bregman, man, and that whole situation. And I mean, similar to Pete Alonso, and we saw how all that got resolved, right? Is Pete Alonso's now a member of the Mets, and he took a pay cut. Like, he was expecting to get that number from Prince Fielder, and it wasn't even close. It wasn't even in the ballpark for what he ended up getting. But he gets the opt out, so he can leave, I believe, after year 2. But yeah, with Alex Bregman again, I think it's an oversight on Scott Boras, is that he looked at the market and they're trying to just jack up the price, and they're literally just I feel like he's putting his players in a bad position. And right now it sounds like the dollar amount is out there for Alex Bregman, but now he doesn't want to go to those locations. I don't know what locations they are. I'm not sure if the Blue Jays are still in on Alex Bregman, but I know that early on in the fall process and in the winter meetings and everything like that, they were involved in Alex Bregman. So yeah, I don't know if it's I know that the Red Sox are looking to upgrade that position. And you mentioned Nolan Arenado. I feel like Nolan Arenado is waiting for Bregman to get figured out, and then there's a trade on the table for that. But I'm really surprised that Bregman has not signed. And the longer that this goes, are we going down the same route of Pete Alonso? Like, is he just going to go back to the Houston Astros? I feel like that might become more and more clear as time goes on, as teams are kind of finalizing their rosters, getting ready for spring training. Yeah. We'll see what happens with him. The more I read about him, the more I wouldn't want him. He's declined in the last years. His last really good year was almost 5 years ago. Yeah.
He's 25 home runs, 75 RBI kind of guy. So, but one last thing I was going to say. Krug was talking about Cole Waits. Have you seen much about him?
I haven't seen too much about Cole Waits, but I want to say he pitched last year, didn't he? Didn't he pitch for the Giants last year down the stretch? Cole Waits.
I think he might have. Yeah, I think they may have brought him up for a little while.
Yeah, he's in there as part of the non-roster invitees. So I mean, yeah, there's 3 spots in the rotation, or not in the rotation, 3 spots in the bullpen. So I mean, he might factor in at some point for that spot. But you know, I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see how that bullpen kind of takes shape going into spring. But yeah, Cole Waits, Hai Wang Tang, Randy Rodriguez, all those guys are going to be factors going into spring training for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, just overall with the Giants, really just, I just want to see where the power comes from, man. I really don't see it on the roster as it is now. So
yeah,
we'll have to see.
Yeah, man, and that's the thing. I mean, we're looking at it, and games haven't been played, and we're looking at projections, and you know, and honestly, I mean, we were talking earlier on the podcast, and where, you know, essentially there's a couple of spots open for the taking when it comes to the Giants 26-man roster, but a lot of them are kind of locked up when you look to the offense, and a lot of them are the same guys. I mean, a full year of Jung-Hoo Lee. I mean, hopefully that changes some things. I don't know if you saw the Fangraphs, the Fangraphs projections for Jung-Hoo Lee, but they looked pretty good. I mean, would you take 11 home runs, 73 runs, 32 doubles, and a 287 batting average, which would be 8th in Major League Baseball? Would you take that type of production from Jung-Hoo Lee in year 2? I would.
Yeah, I think I would. But you know,
yeah,
it's just you know, what did he play last year? Like 40 games, if that. I mean, he missed.
Yeah,
he missed so much time that
he made it.
You're just hoping for health for how big that contract was.
I don't know if it was 40 games. It might have been like right on the mark with 40. But he made it to
37.
With 37, yeah. Because I was gonna say he made it to Mother's Day weekend. So I mean, we're talking the first weekend of May. But yeah, and that's the thing with Jung-Hoo Lee, and I think that's the big thing that is a downer from last year. Not just looking at, you know, the record, they finished below 500, and they don't have you know, Blake Snell. They don't have as strong of a rotation, I guess, on paper. Unless some of these guys kind of emerge from you know, their current positioning on the roster. But the one thing that sucks is that Jung-Hoo Lee has to redo his rookie year again. You know what I mean? Like he was, he wasn't doing great, but he was starting to come around. And he was starting to, you know, get the bat on the ball, and he was looking comfortable, and his defense was looking good. And then he gets hurt, and then he has to go through that whole process, the whole maturation process of adjusting to the major leagues, right? So again, looking at those projections, I mean, for essentially it being his second year, or really his first full season, I would love to see that type of production from Jung-Hoo Lee. And I mean, you talk about the power, like where's it going to come from? I just think that the Giants, and I think that they realize this, and I wouldn't be surprised if Pat Burrell has some type of different approach, because the analytics aren't going to be ruling the day, right? Like they'll be able to make certain types of adjustments in you know, 0-2 counts versus 1-1 counts. You know what I mean? Like it felt like they just kept doing the same thing. It didn't matter the game situation, and didn't matter who was on base or anything. They just looked like they were doing, like the computer says to take this type of approach, and this is what you're going to do. I feel like there's a different aspect that's going to come into play now that Farhan, and now that the, you know, the computer nerds are stuffed in the back, in the locker, so to speak. They're stuffed in the back, and it's kind of getting back to baseball. The Giants can't go toe to toe with the power slugging teams. They can't do that. They're not built like that. But how they are built, and how they can potentially you know, scratch across runs, is they have to be gritty, and they have to find other ways and be creative in scoring runs and getting guys moving and opening up the gaps and doing hit and runs. I feel like that's something that we can maybe drastically see change in 2025. That's just my inkling, just looking at and hearing the conversations that people are having, and just the overall vibe of the chemistry of the new just overall feel of the clubhouse, like the identity of the Giants I feel like it's starting to come back a little bit, and I feel like that's something that you can see in 2025.
Yeah. I mean, between like Fitzgerald, Chapman, and Adames, that could be like 55, 60 stolen bases.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that's
dude.
something more I'd like to see to make up for the power.
Yeah, no, for sure. They have to, and that's something that they've done. They've gotten more athletic. And that's something that they definitely need to try to mix in to get the offense going. For sure, man. I mean, Pat, you're right on that, dude. You're right on that.
Okay. All right, Walter. Thanks for having me on tonight, and I will be tuning in all season for sure, bro.
Yeah, dude. No, I appreciate you calling in, man. It's always fun to talk ball and anything like that. But yeah, we're getting the season going, man. We're about a week away. So, dude, call in anytime you want to chime in on the Giants. You disagree with anything I got to say, dude, feel free to call in whenever you want, man.
All right, brother. Take care.
All right, bro. All right, that was Pat H. Great conversation. Great. Let's give Pat H a round of applause, everybody. Look at Pat H. I know that wasn't his first call. I think he called in once prior. But dude, this is what it's about. This is what Passion for the Pastime is. We are talking ball. We are talking baseball. We're talking Giants baseball. We can talk whatever the hell we want. But no, that's what this is about, man. That's what this is about. And shout out to Pat for I said, Pat, call in now, and he called. He called immediately. So yeah, let's give Pat H a round of applause for that phone call. That was a really good phone call. It might be the phone call of the year. Sorry, AJ, you got a lot of phone calls, good calls of the year. But Pat H, that was a really good one there. So talking baseball. Let's see what else we got going on here. Otis Bird a couple of minutes ago, 8 minutes ago. Let's get back to the YouTube chat. Otis Bird chiming in. Sounds like Nolan Arenado wants to go to the Dodgers, but who can they trade for him? Not sure. I can picture Muncy on the Cardinals. No, they're not going to get Muncy. See, here's the thing that pisses me off about the Dodgers. Now you just opened up a can. Otis. This is the thing that pisses me off about the Dodgers, but it pisses me off because the Giants haven't been able to replicate this. That's what Farhan was supposed to do. And his ass is back with the Dodgers. I didn't even talk about that. I saw that report a couple of weeks ago. I think we talked about it, and then we started talking about Farhan being a spy. I think that it's for sure his job was to come in here and dismantle the Giants from within. He came in, and I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, but I want to say, what's up, Victor? I see you in here. What's up, Victor? Good to see you in here. Welcome to the chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Giants farm system was like 22nd when Farhan came in. I might be wrong. Maybe I'm overshooting it. Maybe I'm undershooting it. Maybe it was worse off. But I want to say they were in the 20s. And then as years were going, it went to, I think, maybe 19. I think it dropped as low as maybe 15 during the Farhan era. Never cracked the top 10. And then he leaves, and it's last in baseball. I mean, what the hell? How do you do that? I know the argument is like, oh, well, all the farm system that he was building, they're all in the majors. Okay. The Giants are good. So what are we talking about? Oh my God. So bringing this back, reeling it back in, because sorry, my mind just goes this other way and start talking about Farhan and I start getting pissed. Sounds like Nolan Arenado wants to go to the Dodgers, but who can they trade for him? Literally their farm system, Otis. And that's what pisses me off, is because the Giants were supposed to have this. They were supposed to have a crop of players. That's what your farm system is for. Yeah, it's for player development, and yeah, it's to get better at a better, or it's to get more competitive at a reasonable cost. Yes, yeah, that's part of it. But the other part, and the part that teams do well, and a part that the Dodgers just have a grasp of that no one else really does, is that you build the farm system. I believe the Dodgers have a top 3. They might have the top farm system in Major League Baseball. You build your farm system and you use the excess to get players, to get pieces, to get bullpen, to get starters, to get guys that you need to complete the puzzle of your championship roster. That is what a farm system is for. So you go back, and what Otis is saying is, well, who can they trade? Literally anyone. If they want Nolan Arenado, they can literally trade anyone in their farm system because they have the notoriety, and they can all suck. Like, they can all not turn into anything. What's Josiah Gray doing? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he's not a top end ace. He's not the guy that the Nats thought that they were trading for in Max Scherzer and in Trey Turner, but he was a top guy in their organization. And oh no, it's kind of like, you know, you got a pair of jeans, right? I was talking about this with my dad in Canada. We were talking about the outrageous prices of jeans. And Canada was fine, by the way. I saw somebody else asking me how it was. I think it was Otis. How was Canada? It was great. It was a lot of fun. Really cold. 18 degrees. It was freezing. We were talking about jeans and just the outrageous price. And it's just like, do I want this Levi's jeans for $45? Or do I want, you know, and 45 might be cheap for Levi's jeans. It might be closer to like $60. Clearly, I haven't bought pants in a while. Do you want these jeans at $55? Whatever, expensive jeans, Levi's. Or do you want these $12.99 pairs of jeans from Walmart? I mean, the question is, well, how cheap are you? Do you want to? What do you want? You get what you pay for, right? But then you trust the brand of Levi's jeans versus, you know, great value or whatever it is for Walmart. Same thing with food when you're at Walmart. Do you want to get the Walmart brand, or do you want to get the name brand that you know what it is? Same thing could be attributed to the Dodgers. Do you want to get this stud in the Giants organization that we think that we're looking at, and he looks really good, but we don't trust that? Do we just go with the Dodgers and he can flame out and he can not be worth anything? But because he's with the Dodgers organization, we believe that product more. That's what the Dodgers have done with the farm system. And that's why, going back to Otis's question, they can literally go get whoever the hell they want. If they want that player, they can get it done because of the stranglehold that they have in the international market, in their farm system, the checkbook. I mean, you name it. But we're specifically talking trade. They have assets that teams, that organizations want, because they are a BBB accredited business when it comes to creating ball players. That's just what you got. Sorry, Otis got me pissed. Otis got me going off on that one. I think that was a little tame too. But yeah, fuck the Dodgers. All right, let's not talk about the. I saw. I think Eric Engel. I think he sent me a tweet earlier that it was, because I remember EB said the Golf of Walter. I saw it was changed to the Golf of fuck the Dodgers. I endorse that as well. I like that very much. All right, let's get back out to the YouTube chat before I blow another gasket. Let's see what else is going on here. Let's see here. You guys are talking about cars. What's going on? Honda Accord Hybrid. What, are you selling a car, Mike? How much are you selling it for? Let me know. Let's see what else here. Pat H has great pipes. Yes, he does. Puts me to shame. puts me to shame for sure. You guys must hate my voice after listening to Pat H. Got to get him on for sure a lot more than I need to be talking. But let's see what else is going on here in the YouTube chat. Just want to say hi to everybody. Let's see. Thanks, Otis. All right, cool. Let's see what else. Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, everybody loved the Pat H. Everybody loved the Pat H segment. That was great. Pat H with the mic drop. Yes, he did. EB, you are not wrong. Pat H, a veteran caller. Great job, Pat H. Nerves of steel. Yeah, Pat was great. I mean, literally, Pat, if you want to call back again, no, I'm just kidding. You can call back whenever though, man. It was a lot of fun just to talk ball. Otis, yeah. Now Otis is feeling bad. No, it's all good, bro. It's all good. Let's see. Rockin' new era. Breaking news: the Dodgers sign Aaron Rodgers. You know, I would love that because Aaron Rodgers would dismantle. He'd be the Farhan that the Giants need. You know, to send him in there. To Aaron Rodgers. Jeez, what a clown. What a clown that guy is. Let's keep going into the YouTube chat. Otis apologize. Otis, you're apologizing too much, man. It's all good. It's all good. It's good content. You guys want to see me get pissed off? Wait until the season starts. You guys think that is angry? You guys think that grinds my gears? Just wait until let me go ahead and pull it up. Let me go ahead and pull it up when the hell the first Dodger series is. I looked up the schedule for the Giants spring training. If you guys have it available in the YouTube chat, go ahead and let me know before I continue to look this up. But yeah, you guys want to see me seriously like go off and be pissed? Come check in on me on a post game when the Giants first finish off their series against the Dodgers. It'll be, which by the way, that's going to bring me to another point. Which I mean, we're talking about everything tonight, which we'll get into more in depth. But just really quickly, I was looking at Eno Saris. Maybe we'll have Eno on at some point down the line. But Eno Saris of The Athletic, he put out his projections for fantasy baseball. June 13th is the first time that the Dodgers play against the Giants, but it's in Chavez Latrine. It is June 13th to the 15th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I will not be down in attendance because last year I went down to attendance and it was not good. Every Giants Dodger game I went to, and now I don't really feel solely responsible, but every Giants Dodger game I went to, they lost. So, hey, gotta wear it. I'm not gonna go to any Giants Dodger games this year. No, yeah, I will. No, I won't. I don't know. Maybe it'll be over by then. The time that the Dodgers come to San Francisco is July 11th, 13th, and July 11th, 12th, and 13th. I skipped over the 12th for some reason. I can't count apparently. But anyways, going back to the Dodgers, Eno Saris, he put out a piece on the kind of like the projections of the pitching market when it comes to fantasy baseball. And I don't know how many of you guys play fantasy baseball. I am a seam head, so I play fantasy baseball. I'm in like 3 different leagues because I'm a psychopath like that. But he put out his projections, and you know what else pissed me off? I'm talking about the Dodgers. That series is going to piss me off for sure. But just seeing the projections, you got Blake Snell, Tyler, and this is off of memory, so excuse me if I'm wrong in the order of things, but it's Blake Snell, I think, is at 10. Tyler Glasnow is at like 17. And then the 3 guys before a Giants pitcher named Logan Webb was Shohei Ohtani, Yamamoto, and Roki Sasaki. And then you get Logan Webb. I'm just like, fuck you. That's literally, that was my response. I'm dropping a lot of F-bombs tonight. Excuse me. It's a family program. Yeah, no, that's how I felt when I read that story today. I was just like, come on, man. I know it's just fantasy baseball, but I'm just like, come on. Really, you're not going to put Logan Webb ahead of any of those guys? But then would you? I mean, Probably not. I mean, would you want to put him ahead of Roki Sasaki? Maybe Roki Sasaki. Logan Webb has been there. He finished second in a Cy Young. I mean, what has Roki done? Oh, God. Yeah, we're grasping at straws now. Let's see what else we got going on here in the YouTube chat before I bust a gasket. Let's see. Let's see what else we got going on here. Otis chiming in. Otis is vocal in the chat today. I love it. Glad you had a good time in Canada, but 18 degrees, dude, that was cold. I took a picture right when I got off the plane, and it didn't go like into a terminal. You had to go down that ramp, right? So you're walking on the tarmac, and it was ice. It was ice and snow everywhere, and I was just like, oh no, this is terrible. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but it was cold. It was cold. Only snowed once when I was there. But the rest of the time it was, geez, man, it was freezing. It was cold. It hurt. The last day we were there, it was windy. So it was windy. I want to say the temperature was like 25 degrees. And then with the wind chill, that definitely like took it down to like 10 degrees. I don't know. I don't do good in cold weather. I would rather be hot. Actually, I don't know if I'd rather be hot. I don't know. Talk to me in the summer. Talk to me in the summer when we're doing these shows from the courtesy of my office with the fans on. Let me know how I feel then. I might definitely want to go back to that 18 degrees in Canada. But let's go back out to the YouTube chat. Rockin' chiming in. What's up, Rockin'? Good to see you in here, dude. Always appreciate it. Why don't Giants spend more on scouts? Is there a limit on how much a club can spend on scouts? I would say I'm not sure if there's an actual limit, but I would say that there, like any other business, is that you have a budget for what you can spend, and that's probably why. But I think that the scouting department, and now it's changed, right? Because Manassian is going to be the head of the scouting. That's kind of his MO, right? Is scouting and I believe player development, but then that's why you have Randy Wynn there as well. But the scouting part of it, I think that they got too far away. Like, there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance of analytics, and there has to be a balance of the eye test. Like, they're like baseball minds, analytics, they have to meet in the middle. And I feel like it was with the scouting of recent years and of the Farhan era, it was way too much on the scouting side or on the analytical side, as opposed to you look at a guy, you know that he's going to be a good player, not basing it on, you know, his launch angle and his exit velocity and stupid crap like that. Like I feel like the Giants got too far away from the traditional, but you can't go all traditional because then you're missing out on some of the sneaky finds, right? You got to meet in the middle. You got to get right there. That's the happy medium, right? And the Dodgers have figured that out. I don't know what their recipe is, but they figured that out. They know they know what to look for. They know the intangibles. They know the traits. The Giants, I mean, I feel like they were just punching crap into a computer for that time frame. So that's just me. I don't know if that's factual. I just have a hunch that it was way too far on this side, and it needs to be more in the middle. It can't be far on the left. It can't be far on the right. It has to be right smack in the middle for you to have good results, in my opinion. So let's see here. Otis, no, it's all good, dude. Otis, I love the conversation, man. I love the Dodgers piss me off, but that's bound to happen at one point or another. So let's see here. What else we got going on? EB chiming in. I think the Giants brass do not spend on scouts. They want Farhan to do miracles. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that they don't want to spend on scouts, but I think that there was an allocation of, let's just say that there was potentially an allocation of resources to, you know, computer software versus scouts. Like let's just say that, just to keep it simple. Let's see here. What else is going on? Pad H. That is how Derek says it. You're not lying. That's how Derek says it. Pad H. Gotta get Derek back on the podcast at some point. Victor, yes, Victor found that out. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. I was not quick enough on the trigger. Let's see what else is going on here in the YouTube chat before I get on out of here. The Giants kept losing because of Walter jinx football set. Thank you. That's a good one too. Look at Rockin' is just, he's on fire tonight with the nicknames. How long do you think about these nicknames, Rockin'? I'm very curious. I'm curious how long are these just, do these just come to you, or do you like sit up at night thinking about nicknames for me? Either way, I am impressed. But yes, they did keep losing because of me. So now, I guess I just gotta go to Canada every so often so that the Giants could win. So I don't go to Giants games. I think that's the thing. Let's see. Pat H chiming in. I have to go to more Giants-Dodger games this year. It's sad how much they've taken over Oracle. Yeah, that's also a reason why it pisses me off. That's not the sole reason. I hate losing to them, but then losing to them and being in the same space as them, it pisses me off. It does get me mad. It does upset me. I'm not gonna fight anybody over it, but I'm just like, I will leave early. I never do that. But if the Dodgers are beating the crap out of the Giants, and I got Dodger fans on my left and in front of me and behind me and on my right, I can't take it. I can't take it. You guys have no idea how nuts I went with complete strangers, Giants fans, because there was these Dodger fans. We were standing room only down the third base line, more closer to the wall than the infield. It was like in the middle of the outfield. We were standing room only in 2021 with the playoff series, game 1, and Buster Posey hits that home run. I went nuts with complete strangers, Giants fans, didn't know who the hell they were, and it definitely it definitely felt good to just like scream in their face. I was just like, yeah, the Dodgers suck. Like I was going nuts with just complete random Giants fans that I was with, because they were just talking during warm-ups. I'm just like, what do we shut up. And then Buster Posey does that. I'm like, yeah, the Dodgers suck. Go back to LA. Like, I was so out of pocket. But let's go to a more tame voice. Not my voice, not me yelling at Dodger fans. Let's get out to Mike Val. Mike Val just gave us a call. This is call number 3. We phone lines are lining up tonight with Passion for the Pastime. So I appreciate you guys. You guys missed me. I missed you. Mike, what's up, dude? Welcome to the show.
For sure. I put out the APB for you, Walt. I was worried,
Oh,
but
yeah. No,
we covered that early. We covered that earlier.
I appreciate it, man. I'm all good. I appreciate your concern.
All good. Hey, no, what I'm thinking is, like, I want to get to those games with our chat group here. Like, what you're talking about, getting together, going to a game, maybe this Dodgers series, we all get together and go in for a ball game or two that weekend before the All-Star game, and show those guys like what a San Francisco fan looks like, or a group thereof. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, if I can like pop a Xanax or something, like I don't know, man. Like I don't know how I don't know how I would take a Giants Dodgers series. I would be down. I would be down to go with you guys for sure. We'll make it an outing, Passion for the Pastime. That'll be fun. But God, man, the Dodgers just piss me off so much. I don't know if my heart can take it. Is what I'm getting at, Mike.
I know what you're saying. Like it's like going on a ghost hunt by yourself with a video camera. But like if we all unite, we might be able to bone up and show them a good time when they're walking down the streets in our town or whatnot. And
just have a good time together. But whatever.
No,
like
we'll
I was
do it.
thinking,
We'll do
I
it.
thought,
All jokes aside, that would be a fun gathering. Like because something I think it was Pat H that brought it up was the I still have it on the screen here. Pat H brought it up was that it sucks every single time that the Dodger fans take over the stadium, and I know that our little contingent of passion for the Pastimers aren't gonna stave off the invasion of the Dodger fans, but at least we'll contribute and have our voices heard. You know what I mean?
a little niche, the passion, the Walton, the Pastimers. But yeah, like we should do that.
I'll get everybody T-shirts.
But,
it'll be promotional. I'll get everybody T-shirts, and we'll go out there and harass Dodger fans. We'll get listeners.
But hey, dude, I've been watching Beverly Hillbillies lately. Shameless advertising. I'm all for it. But
yeah, for sure.
But we got like spring training here. We got Camilo Duvall doesn't even get a chance to get his job back, and that infuriates me a little bit. But like all in all, I'm looking at Wilmer Flores. Kind of reminded me of Jake Taylor this spring. Like, is Lou Brown out there? Bob. But is Lou Brown out there? Like, you better make the throw to second base since you don't play there anymore, Wilmer.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, man. I hope Patty Bailey put on some weight this year. Like, we haven't seen him yet. I've seen a couple videos. The field looks nice. With Schmidt and Adames and Chapman working out there. But yeah, like I hope Patty Bailey puts on a little weight so he runs into the point. Well, eat some steak, Patty, and we got like a full season ahead of us. Hit the weights, put on that muscle that's gonna evaporate on you. But that's my thoughts on that. And I know it didn't make much sense, but other than that, man, I'm just excited for Giants baseball.
Yeah, man. No, it's
definitely Birdsong,
yeah.
Birdsong, and Harrison. Man, why not go the 6-man rotation if we're already talking about one of them's got the possibility of making the team? But I digress.
Yeah, I mean, 6-man rotation. I don't think that's gonna happen. But Mike, dude, I appreciate you calling in as always. But we'll get the band together. I don't know if it'll be a Dodger series, but we'll definitely do something with the podcast crew, and we'll meet up for sure. But yeah, no. Looking at the Giants, I mean, it's an exciting year or exciting time of year because everybody's they all have winning records. You know what I mean? Anything can happen.
Yeah.
You never know. Are we walking into?
Are
we walking into another 2021? You know what I mean? So it's always exciting. It's always fun when baseball season comes back around. But just to be able to talk baseball now with more frequency, because I mean we do it here every day on the podcast, and we're going to continue to do it. And we don't have games here, but when games start to get rolling and we start to get the passion coming out in all of us, it's going to be a fun time, man. I'm really excited for the season. But Mike, really appreciate you calling in, man. Call in anytime.
It's going to be a great year, fellas. Have a nice day.
All right, that was Mike Val of SF, and I was checking the YouTube chat while Mike was talking. I see my guy John Lund. Hello, John. Hello. I miss doing that. Hello, John. How are you? Are you at the game, Walter? How about John? This dude. I remember. I think you were with George, John. I don't know if John's still in the chat. I did see him chime in on me being a liar, so I'll get to that in a second. But John, I texted John. I was like, "Where are you at, mofo?" And then he didn't respond, and I'm literally looking at him. I'm like, "Bro, I see you in the press box." So John did what I do to Rockin' all the time. That's pretty much what I just wanted to bring up. But what's up, John? Hello, John. And then going back to Patrick Bailey, talking about the thickness, that just reminded me of with John and the Papa voice. That reminded me of Papa today. he kept asking, "Is like, have you seen pictures? Have you seen pictures of Patrick Bailey? How thick is he? How much weight has he put on? How big is his thighs? Are they as big as Christian McCaffrey? I've seen his butt." That's Papa for you. That's my Papa for the night. Thank you, appreciate it, guys. But let's go back out to the YouTube chat before we wrap things up. I gotta find that comment of Mr. John Lund calling me a liar because I laughed when I saw it. You're a liar. Standing there with you and Josh Holla when Busher hit that home run over the Cannons. You were hammered, so maybe you forgot. Thanks, John. Put my business out there. Oh man, no, dude, that was a fun time for sure. It really was fun for that game. And Rockin' knows what's up. Walter will say, maybe I'll go to the game with you guys. No, I'll do it. Going to baseball games is always fun, man. It's definitely one of my favorite things to do all summer long. I mean, whenever the hell I can get out to the ballpark, I go. And I'm sad that, you know, I can't hop on the BART train anymore and go to the Coliseum when the Giants are out of town. Like if I wanted to do that, I haven't done that in recent years as much as I used to. But man, I mean, now they're up in Sacramento, and that's a bit of a haul to do, like after work. You know what I mean? I mean, I could definitely do it, but I probably won't commit to it. Maybe we'll go to a game in Sacramento. You guys know what that means. But let's go back out to the YouTube chat really quick before we get on out of here. You know me with my, you know, you guys, there's Irish goodbyes where you just disappear. I do the Latino goodbye where you say bye to everyone. You say bye to the nieces. You say bye to your tío, to your grandma, to your abuelo. You say bye to everybody. You can't leave a function without saying bye. And then what ends up happening is that you're saying bye and then you have a conversation for 10 minutes. Rockin' knows what I'm talking about. You have a conversation for 10 to 15 minutes when you're saying bye, and then you have to start the byes again. And then it happens again, and then you gotta start the byes again. We just, you know what? That's what happens here every time before we get on out of here. If he's breathing, he's drinking. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Victor, I saw this earlier. Come on, Walter. Couple of beers, Rockin' and Tacky as security. You'll be just fine. Yeah, after Rockin' doing those front squats. Okay, you know what? You got me rattled with that. Talking about front squats and clearly I do not work out. When we were talking about, you know, you were doing squats and then you were doing front squats. I did look up the form, or no, I said deadlifting. And you said no, I was doing front squats or whatever. I was just like, what's a front squat? Like you're just making up shit. But no, yeah, you were right. You were doing. I looked up videos. You were right. You had the right form. My apologies. You know, I don't work out. But yeah, Rockin' as my security, I would love that for sure. But yes, John is not wrong. Let's go back out to the YouTube chat really quick. Let's go to a Tuesday Colorado Rockies game. Plenty of good seats. Yeah, that's where you could do the seat diving. After the fourth inning, nobody checks anything. That's a pro hack for you guys. Nobody checks anything, and especially you can get in. Maybe not around like the infield, but you can probably get in over around what is like 108, 106 down the right field line. You can definitely get in over there. Tons of seats over in that area. But Colorado Rockies, yeah, that sounds like a good plan also on a Tuesday night for everybody. It's a work night. But let's see what else we got going on here before we get on out. What kind of girth? Yeah, there it is. How thick is his thighs, Walter? I need to know. Have you seen pictures? I need to know how big he is. What kind of girth is Bailey packing this year? I haven't seen pictures, and that was my answer to Papa. I was like, dude, I haven't seen pictures. I haven't seen them yet. So as soon as you guys see pictures, send them my way so I can send them to Papa so we can talk about how thick is Pat Bailey. We need to know. He needs to last for 130 games. He needs to be thick. Sometimes when I start the Papa voice, I just can't turn it off. John knows what I'm talking about. Let's see what else we got going on here before we get out. Again, I've been saying bye to you guys for 10 minutes. Let's see. It's about a 2-hour drive from San Francisco. Yeah, but I bypass a lot of that when I hop on BART. hop on BART, it's 30 minutes, right? And then the drive from the East Bay to Sacramento is probably actually, you know what? I think it might be longer. How long is it? No, because Sacramento is about an hour, so I'll probably get there around 2 hours. It'll probably be 1:45 if I went after work to Sacramento, and that's just doing too much. It's just doing too much. Let's see what else. You guys are talking about drives, Sacramento. Hell yeah. Let's see. All right, I think we're all caught up. Look at that. We caught up on the chat. I think that's the first time ever we've caught up in the YouTube chat. But yeah, that was a lot of fun tonight, you guys. We were talking for an hour and 24. Started a little bit early today. I might start doing that. Just a little bit, not all the time, but start a little bit earlier so that especially tonight, because I haven't done a show in about a week. So definitely had a lot to talk about here, but we'll definitely have more to talk about tomorrow. We'll answer some more of those, or we'll ask some more of those questions about the Giants. I know we were talking about who has the biggest pressure. We'll go through all the players individually. I mean, Pat H brought up Elliot Ramos. That was a you know, there's a lot of pressure on him to be the same thing with Willy Adames to be that power threat in the lineup. I think Willy Adames would be more in a better position to handle said pressure than Elliot Ramos, because Willy Adames has been there, done that. But it's also, I mean, you want to perform in front of your new fan base. You want to perform to live up to the contract, right? So I think there's a different level of pressure. And then you look at Logan Webb. You look at we didn't even talk about the prospect of the starting rotation in depth. We'll get into that as we go further on into the week, as we get ready for the first spring training game, which is next Saturday. Will air on KMBR on the 22nd with John Miller and Dwayne Kuiper on the call. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, sounds like Walter's wrapping up. You know it, Rockin'. You know what time it is. Should I call in? No, Rockin', you can call in. You can call in real quick if you call right now. If not, you'll be the first one tomorrow. But you have until 7:14 to give me a call, or else we're gonna get on out of here. But I'm waiting for that phone to ring, man. So you let me know what you want to do. Let's go ahead and say the goodbyes. Pat H, thanks for the show, Walter. Can't wait for Fleming to say baseball on the radio. Yeah, dude. No, that's the other thing. I mean, we were talking about great sounds of the spring and great sounds of baseball. Obviously, the crack of the bat and the pop of the mid and you know, the vendors. You know, am I the only one that likes the sound of vendors? I mean, is that psychopathic tendencies? I like to hear somebody say popcorn. I don't know. but no, my favorite thing, because we were talking about, you know, the normal sounds, but I love the sound of the clicking and the clacking of the cleats on concrete. I don't know what that is. Like, if I can get like what is that? ASMR? Is that what it is? ASMR? If I can get like a video of that and just fall asleep to the sound of cleats just walking on pavement, that might be so soothing. Like, oh my God, that might be incredible. I was waiting for the phone call, and look at him. He calls right at 7:14 when I told him that I was going to get off the podcast. But we have one more call here before we end things. It's Rockin' New Era. What's up, dude? You got a Blue Jays hat for me yet?
Hey, yo, I don't even know what size you wear.
Ah, come on, bro. What? Before I tell you, what hat size do you think I wear?
Prefer like a 7.5.
Damn, you think I got a dome, huh? You think I got a big ass head?
7.5 isn't big.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, I have a small head then. I'm what is my hat size? Hold on. Now you got me.
You already know.
Now you got me double checking. Hold on. I want to say for the longest I was 7 1/8, but that was when I buzzed my head. And I want to say now I'm 7 1/4. I think. Let me check my hat. Let me check my hat real quick.
Okay.
Let me check my hat. Hold on. Don't mind the hair. Look at that hair. Gee, that's why I'm wearing my hat. Yeah, 7 1/4. 7 1/4 is my hat.
Okay, that's 7 1/4 and 7 3/8 is the most common size.
What hat size do you wear? Now that we're talking hat sizes.
Yeah, I'm a 6 7/8, size 7.
Oh, damn.
I got a small dome. Yeah.
Wait. You said 6 and 7/8?
Yep. I'm a true 6 7/8. I can do a 7.
Oh, damn, dude. Oh, my God. Okay. All right. Got a little head. I like it.
Whoa, pause there.
Yeah, I did pause. I was waiting for you to say it. What's up, bro? How you doing? How you been? You haven't talked in a while.
All right. Well, you've been MIA. We all thought you got deported to Canada, or you left the country, or you got scared because maybe somebody put a hit on you or something.
Oh, dude, yeah. I fled the country because my car got broken into.
Yeah.
Oh man, hey,
I don't know.
It sounds legit.
I don't know what you be doing at night where people start coming after you. Man.
Hey, man, hey, that's the life. You know what I mean? That's my second life. It'll always be a mystery. You guys will never.
Going on?
You guys will
Welcome
never
back.
know. You guys will never know what I do. Yeah, what's up, man?
Not much. I'm excited about the Warrior season now. Well, how it's ending and how it turned around, and getting ready for baseball. Trying to get excited about baseball season, but with the Dodgers acquiring everybody, it's kind of kind of hard in a sense.
Yeah, dude. Otis bringing up the Nolan Arenado to the Dodgers thing just sent me on a downward spiral. I was just like, hey, why do they need someone else? that pissed me off so much. But they're just getting everybody, man. They're getting everybody.
They don't need them, but
no, they don't.
It's a luxury at this point.
Yeah. I just hope that they fall flat on their faces. I really do. I hope they fall flat on their faces.
Well, that's the thing with baseball. You can be the top seed, but if the wild card team gets hot, you can get knocked out.
See,
look at the Giants winning the two World Series as a wild card.
Yeah, dude. I mean, well, they only did the wild card the 1 year, right? They with the 2014, right? That was a wild card game against the Pirates. The blackout in
2012 was a wild card?
No, 2014 I believe was the wild card, wasn't it? Or was it 2012?
Maybe it was 2012.
Was it 2012?
I don't know. One of them, man.
I think that. Anyways, yeah. The playoff format for baseball now, I'm against, but I love because it can mess with the Dodgers. Like the first time that it happened, that they had the bye week, right? They had a bye, and then they ended up playing. Who did they end up playing? Did they end up playing the Braves? Was it the Braves that time that they ended up losing to? It was either No, I don't think it was the Padres. I think it was the Braves. Anyways, they came off of the bye week, and then they lost that series, and I thought it was hilarious.
I think so. I mean, shoot, the Padres had the Dodgers on the rope this postseason, and the Padres couldn't close it out.
Oh, God, don't even get me
mad at that.
Don't even get me started on the Padres. The Padres, same old Drays, man. Same old Drays. They're never going to amount to anything. you can't count on them for anything. Like if there's a team that would step in and play spoiler in the National League, or not even the National League, in the NL West, it'd be the Diamondbacks, right? I mean, you got to go Diamondbacks at this point.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, with the addition of Cole, not Cole, what's his name?
Corbin Burns.
The pitcher, Corbin Burns, yeah. Yep. I mean, that doesn't hurt them. It definitely helps them out. So,
yeah, their team's really good.
See how they do.
Their team's really good. There was actually something that I saw from I think it was Francisco Alvarez from the Mets. I'll get into tomorrow, but that's also a team that you can look to play spoiler for the Dodgers. It's not in the division, but just looking at the National League, and he went out there and he said, I don't know where it was said, but this was the quote. I think we are the best lineup in baseball. I'll get more into that tomorrow. But I mean, at this point, you're just kind of looking around the National League at who could potentially upset the Dodgers, because it's not realistically, it's not going to be the Giants. Obviously, you have to play 162 and go through the season, but I mean, realistically, it's not really a thing yet. Not right now.
Yeah. I mean, well, maybe Braves might have a chance if they get hot.
The Braves.
Well, the Mets are pretty much like the East Coast version of the Padres.
Yeah, they pretty much are. That's spot on, dude. They are. They choke in the biggest moments. I mean, you got the Phillies too. The Phillies aren't too far removed from getting to a World Series, so maybe they can do something. I don't know how their rotation's looking right now. I feel like their rotation took a hit, but they traded for Jesus Luzardo, so they're good. They got Zach Wheeler and Jesus Luzardo.
Yeah.
And
and then who knows what
season
trade.
Aaron Nola's still there, isn't he? He didn't leave, did he?
I think he's still there.
I'm trying to think. I have to go through and bone up on my rosters. Because I got some.
Do that. You bone up.
Oh yeah, dude. I got some fantasy baseball. Yeah, dude. Zach Wheeler, Aaron Nola, Ranger Suarez. He had a fantastic year last year, and then Jesus Luzardo. So that's a good rotation.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Rockin', you there?
All right, well, I'll let you go since I know you want to get off, and I'll just give you a call back tomorrow and chime in.
No,
I know you want to get off, so I'll let you go now.
What do you want to talk about, bro? I'm good. I got a couple minutes.
Yeah, you're good?
I'm good.
How's your cat, by the way?
My cat's chilling. Yeah, what? You putting a hit out on my cat? Is that what you're doing? Are you threatening me with my cat?
Wasn't me, but I don't know who else you pissed off or you flake out on that.
Do I have to go back to Canada, dude? I don't know. They're watching me right now. I have to go back to Canada.
I don't know. I mean, Vancouver has a nice ring to it. I don't know.
Oh, dude, yeah, I like that one. That was my favorite. Actually, there was what was it? Quebec Letta or something like that. You had a couple of good ones.
Toronto Celta.
Oh yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, you had some good ones tonight.
Well, but nothing much. Good to have you back. Nice for us to have the chat back and have 6 o'clock to look forward to. Even though you just zipped on us, I don't recall you telling us that you were going to be gone for a few days. You just left us. Turkey.
Yeah, my apologies. I'll usually send out a tweet, or I'll at least hit you up, and then you hit up the YouTube chat. But no, I got you. I'm back. I'm not going anywhere for a while.
All of a sudden, you didn't do an episode, and next thing you know, you're like throwing up Canada flag emojis in the chat, and I was like, what?
I'm throwing up Canada signs. Hell yeah, dude. That's my squad.
Like, damn, this dude left the country.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I left the chat. I left the country. I just went off the grid, man.
Have you even mentioned the Super Bowl? Like, how was that for you?
No. So I started talking about the Super Bowl.
Did you just like it?
I started talking about the Super Bowl. I loved it. I loved it. I loved the Super Bowl. Every minute of it. I ended up, because I was with my family in Canada, and what's it called? Everybody was asking me about, like, because I normally do like Super Bowl squares, but I didn't do them this year. But then I said, all right, well, let me do a bingo card. So I made a bingo. So we played Super Bowl bingo. That was fun. But no, man. I mean, the result, it couldn't have gone any better. I literally wanted it to be a 50 spot on the Chiefs. I wanted it to go hard on Patrick Mahomes. Like I wanted it to be a beatdown. I know it was a beatdown, but I wanted more. Like I wanted them to score 50. But the result was pretty good. But you know, I was watching the Super Bowl, and then I mentioned earlier I was looking at the graphic that had Philadelphia and KC, and it looked like very elementary, and it was my first time watching the Super Bowl in Canada, so I thought that was like the Canadian.
Yeah, I caught that part.
Yeah, I thought that was the Canadian feed, and I didn't realize that that's what everybody was watching. I was just like, oh, like I was sitting there in silence, and I was like, oh damn, like Canada, like they don't care. Like I'm like they don't care about the Super Bowl. They're just taking the feed and they just throw these graphics up. And then it wasn't until like halftime I realized, I started looking on Twitter, that everybody was watching it that way. I was just like, what is this? So, but
it's because Fox spent all their money on Tom Brady if they didn't have enough money for drafting.
Right. Yeah, they spent all their money on Tom Brady on the broadcast. I didn't hear Tom too much on the broadcast. Was he good? Did you enjoy it? Was all right.
I like Greg Olsen more.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, Greg Olsen. There's no comparison. Greg Olsen's awesome. He got screwed on that deal. But Greg Olsen's the best.
Yeah, I'm not. Brady has gotten somewhat better from when he first started, from the start of the season, but
yeah,
nah, he's not my cup of tea.
Is he better than Tony Romo?
I think Tony Romo is more entertaining. I guess he has more personality.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady's kind of like dry, and like with him being a partial owner, that plays a factor. So he can't be too critical.
Oh, dude, don't get Papa started on that. He hates the fact that Tom Brady is able to broadcast these games, and he's like he's a part-time owner. Conflict of interest. Like, how is he able to do this? It always gets
conflict of interest, Walter.
Yeah, it's a conflict of interest, Walter. He can't do this. How's he getting away with this? Someone needs to step in.
Hey, and I'm not Walter.
Dude, yeah. Whenever you want Papa to go off on a rant, you just bring up Tom Brady, and he'll bring that up every single time. Regardless of what the topic of Tom Brady is, he will bring up every single time. It's a conflict of interest. I don't know how he can get away with this much longer.
Why is he wearing a $700,000 watch? That's an expensive watch.
Dude, yeah, no, but no, the Super Bowl was fun. Super Bowl was fun, for sure. Kendrick Lamar, the halftime show, I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't. You know, it was split, but I enjoyed it. I like Kendrick as an artist, so I had a good time listening to it and got a kick out of it when Not Like Us finally came on at the end of the set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't even watch the Super Bowl halftime, to be honest.
Damn, you didn't watch the Super Bowl halftime? Did you watch the game though?
Yes, I did watch the game. So for a week I was helping my friend since he lives like around the block from me. So he went to SoCal.
Yeah. So
he asked me if I can help him like walk the dog and feed him. So during halftime I'm like, well, I got for a walk. Yeah.
All right.
So Super Bowl halftime for me has been disappointing the past 10 years.
Damn, really? You haven't liked any of the music, huh?
The last one I liked was the Bruno Mars one. I forgot what year that was.
Bruno was good. He you know what? It's mixing together because he came out with Beyonce in one, and then he had his own, I think, before that. So I don't remember what Super Bowl it was, but that was a good one. I mean, Bruno, I want to say it was like 2017, maybe 2000. I think it was 2017 Super Bowl. Whoever was in that one. Was that that wasn't the Brady Falcons Super Bowl, was it?
I can't recall right now. No, you might be right.
I don't remember. I feel like that was the time frame for the Super Bowl. It was either the Brady Falcons or it was the Eagles Brady. Regardless, Brady was involved in the game. I think that much is clear. in some capacity.
Yeah, that's for sure. Because he was in damn near every Super Bowl for like 13 years.
Oh yeah, no, seriously, he was. He's been to 10. I saw a it was a funny comment where like he nonchalantly just, yeah, I didn't score a touchdown in my opening quarter until my 10th Super Bowl. Like people do that like on a regular basis. I'm just like, you can't just drop that in conversation. Like, oh, it wasn't until my seventh Super Bowl where I really got a grasp on the concept of football. I'm just like, what? You've been to 10.
Back to like the Super Bowls, yeah, and all this. It's like, I don't care.
Yeah, dude.
I don't care, Tom Brady. Yeah. I don't care.
I don't like Tom Brady. It was a tuck you. It was a tuck you play from Tom Brady. I don't recognize the Tom Brady Belichick dynasty. It's only silver and black, because once you go black, you know the rest. Dude, I could do that all day. I literally do that all day when I'm at work. I literally talk in Papa voice for 4 hours.
Does everybody have a Papa voice?
But for the most part, off the top of my head, the best Papa voice is Greg Papa himself. And then Adam Copeland. Copes has a good one. I don't know if Derek does a Papa voice. I think he does. He does. Derek does do a Papa voice.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, Derek has one. Copes has one. Marcus has, literally everybody that pops on a mic. I don't think I've heard Murph pop one before. So I don't know if Murph does, but Young Tone does. Curly just like laughs. So, but for the most part, everybody has one. Tim has one for sure. Holder has one. Literally everyone. Everyone in the bullpen, and
we gotta hear Tim Webb do it,
dude. It's hilarious when like it starts turning into like a pop off, right? And we're just we're just talking in Papa voice to each other. And so if you ever see like a congregation of people in the bullpen during one of the breaks, it is just imagine if you guys can hear it. It's literally everyone talking in a Papa voice to each other, just saying ridiculous things, as we always do. Oh, Mr. KMBR, Michael Connell, he has a good Papa voice. But what was so funny was when we were in Vegas, we got we got in an Uber, and he started doing the Papa voice to the Uber driver, and the Uber driver almost kicked us out. I was like, dude, he doesn't know what you're doing. Like he thinks you're like mocking him or something like that. Like, stop doing it. And he got mad. The Uber driver did get mad. It was pretty funny.
Imagine if Greg Papa was in the car and you guys got kicked out.
Oh, dude, if Papa was in the car, I think Connell probably would have got, bitch slapped or something. for doing the Papa voice. Only the voice of the 49ers could do the Papa voice. Not you, Michael from streaming. Inside joke. But yeah, no, dude, I could do the Papa voice all day. That's literally what I do. But everybody has one. If you have encountered Papa at any moment, you have a Papa voice for sure. Lund had a Papa voice, and we would do it back and forth to each other during our pre in quotations, our pre-show prep. We would do Papa voice to each other. That's how we got ready for the day.
I don't think I've heard Lund do it. You might need to have him do it.
You haven't heard him do it? He'd do it.
I don't think I've heard John Lund do it.
He'd do it. Usually, in his pod.
Well, I think he does it briefly on his podcast.
Yeah. He does it. He does it really quickly, but every time he says "Hello, Walter," that's his Papa.
Ah, okay, yeah. Yes, he has done that, but he hasn't done like a full.
No, he hasn't gone on a diatribe. We'll get him to do it. At some point, when I'm big enough and I'm famous, I'll pop on to Lund's podcast and we'll talk in Papa voice. We'll do that. Guaranteed.
I'll look forward to that one.
All right, Rockin'. Well, dude, I appreciate you calling in for sure. Always the best for last. As Silver always says, coffee is for closers, and you were the closer tonight, my friend. Really appreciate you stopping by. And I saw AJ throw it in here. You didn't ask me, so I'll ask you. When are we going to Del Cielo?
Oh, here we go. Let's see. When are we gonna flake?
When are we gonna
Are you
play?
gonna flake on her?
What?
You're gonna flake.
Oh, I'm gonna flake.
Yeah.
When am I gonna flake? I mean, I'm not gonna flake. I'm telling you. When do you want to go?
I gotta give you Head and Shoulders. What?
Okay. All right. Thank you, dad joke. Thank you, Rockin'.
Because of the flake.
Yeah.
Should I call you Tony the Tiger?
Okay, yeah. Because of the frosted flakes. All right, I get it. Anything else? Anything else you wanna throw my way?
You might need some lotion because you're kind of flaky. Some CeraVe maybe.
Some CeraVe. Okay. Well, now you're getting personal. Now you're taking shots at me. I don't like that too much, Rockin'.
Hey man, you keep asking me about Del Cielo, and you don't want to come out of your house, or you might be somewhere else and just dodge any meetup.
No, dude. No, we'll do it. I'm asking you what day you want to go. Do you want to go Saturday? Or you want to go Sunday? You're meeting up with AJ already.
Correct.
Yeah.
We do. Well, I mean, we got planned out with I'll plan it out with AJ if you want to stop by.
Oh, so now I'm not included in the plans.
Go through.
Now I'm not included. I'm an afterthought. Now maybe I'll go.
We can't plan it around you, Walter, because we know you're gonna flake.
I'm not gonna flake. It's literally down the street. I'm not gonna flake. If I flake,
Like,
then
it might rain this weekend. It might be like, oh no, it's raining. I can't go out.
yeah, well, I mean, if it's raining and it's a tropical storm, I'm not gonna go
You know
out
what
and
I
go to
mean?
Del Cielo. You know what I mean? I'll be out there. I'll be out there, rain or shine. I'll get my poncho on. I'll get my poncho.
All right, we'll see. I'm skeptical.
All right, dude. Hit me up in the DMs. You know where to find me.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Rockin'.
All right, thanks, Walter. I'll take you out tomorrow.
All right, bro.
If you do a show tomorrow,
I'll do a show tomorrow. I'm not gonna flake tomorrow. I'm not gonna flake 2 days in a row.
I might take off to Canada again.
No, not now. Not now. Maybe when the Giants lose to the Dodgers, maybe I'll flee to Canada again. We'll have to see how we're going during the season.
We'll see. All right, we'll be tuned in tomorrow then.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, man. All right, sounds good, man.
All right, bro. All right, that was Rocket New Era. If you guys were just catching the end of that, but yeah, he still thinks I'm a flaker. I don't know what I could do to this guy to convince him otherwise. I guess I have to just show up whenever he plans something. But yeah, dude, let me know. But everybody, we've been saying bye again for 30 minutes. That is the Latino goodbye. But now we're really gonna get out of there. We're gonna really get out of there. Passion for the Pastime, death by 1,000 paper cuts. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm going to get on out of here. Rockin' New Era. Chiming in. We know Walter ain't going to show up. Test me. Try me, Rockin'. Try me. Let me know. Day and time, I'll be out there. I'll bring my posse with me. But you guys, have a good one. Enjoyed all the phone calls that we had tonight. We had Mike Val, we had AJ, we had Pat H, and we had Rockin'. We had 4 call in tonight. It was a lot of fun. Definitely love to talk baseball with you guys, or just talk about how much I'm a flaker. So whatever we want to get into, that's what we do here on Passion for the Pastime. But most of the time, we talk some baseball. If you are new to the channel, remember to subscribe and hit the like button and set your notifications. And everyone else that is still here, if you haven't done so already, we have a few submissions from prior podcast, but I am giving away 2 tickets to a Giants game during the season. Need you guys to send an email to passionforthepastime@gmail.com. That is passionforthepastime@gmail.com to submit your entry to the contest. All you have to do is send me a screenshot of you subscribe to the channel, and you will be entered for a chance to win 2 tickets given away by me, 2 tickets to a Giants game during the regular season. So everybody else that is still here, Mike, Val, Otis, Rockin' New Era, I think already submitted, AJ Cruz, Otis, everybody that's in here, EB, Victor, spread the word, get people into the podcast, but also remember to submit your entry for that contest. We will do that giveaway right before spring training starts on the 20th, I believe is the day that we're going to be doing it, on the 20th in February. So next Thursday, a week from tomorrow, we will be doing the giveaway live on the show. But I'm going to get on out of here, guys. Walter Concaspa, yeah, thank you. Really appreciate that. Got to change my new Twitter handle to that. Thank you, Rockin'. But you guys have a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I missed you guys. Don't think that I don't appreciate every single one of you guys coming in here to the podcast. So it was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure did. It's good to be back. It feels great to be back, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Might start a little bit earlier, maybe 5:30, 5:45. Remember to set your notifications. We'll go live when we're ready to go. But I'll probably keep it to 5:45 just so that it doesn't throw people's days off completely. So you guys have a good one. Be safe. We'll talk some more Giants baseball tomorrow, and we'll talk about Francisco Alvarez from the Mets with those comments that I shared with Rockin' New Era, how the Mets have the best offense best lineup in all of baseball. I don't even think it's close. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to send me those emails, passionforthepastime@gmail.com. That is passionforthepastime@gmail.com. Go ahead and send me that email. Screenshot of you subscribe to the channel for your chance to win 2 tickets to go see the Giants in the 2025 season. So you guys have a good one. My name is Walter Cabreceta. This was Passion for the Pastime. Had a lot of fun. Good to be back. Feels great. Talk to you guys tomorrow.